The following presentation is brought to you by the Realm Network.
Oh shit! It's Vince Russo!
Vince McMahon's best kept secret.
I am the Antichrist of professional wrestling.
David Arquette won the world title.
I've got a wife, 3 kids at home, and I really don't need this shit.
How can this show be so awful, Mr. McMahon? I didn't think it was.
Viagra on a pole match.
And Hogan, you big bald son of a bitch, kiss my ass.
Judy Bagwell on a forklift match. McMahon, the family, The Rock, they screwed us all.
Now you're the editor, right?
Mankind did it! Jumpy, beep. Goldberg speared Russo out of the cage.
I'm from New York.
I'll get downright nasty.
This is Vince Russo's The Brand.
Hello, everybody. This is Vince Russo. I am joined with Jeff Lane, the co-host, and of course, I'm here with Vito LaGrasso and the great Kenny Bolin. Gentlemen, how are you doing today?
The Pavarotti of hard shots to the bodies here, and believe me, I was swinging away, and I couldn't believe some of the shit that was on the show today.
All right. Well, listen, gentlemen, and you guys know it better than anybody, and Mr. Bolin knows this better than anybody. Okay. Mr. Bolin, listen, we can all sit here and agree these shows suck. I mean, bro, I swear, bro, let me just say this. I'd rather take like a big turd in my toilet bowl and sit next to the bowl and look at the turd for 5 hours.
And just see what happens.
I'd really rather do that. So, Mr. Bolin, with that being said, listen, we all know.
No, I don't have a big turd in my toilet bowl.
Okay, well, Mr. Bolin, listen, we all know, bro. Like, we know how to entertain. We've all been entertaining for a living.
Lord knows we've
many years, over 100 years. You know, Vince, everybody, they forgot how to entertain. So, Mr. Bolin, I'm going right to the money. Mr. Bolin, because this is what the people want. Bro, this show is shit. Well, we'll get to the shit fest in a second. And blame, pardon me for cursing. You can that. Okay, this show, bro, don't get me started with this show, please. Please. Let's go to the money, Mr. Bolin.
What's the money?
You took a poll. Now, Mr. Bolin, listen, Kenny, you know, I know Vito.
I didn't know you knew I took a poll, but okay.
Mr. Bolin, hold on now. You got to give me credit for this.
According to our listeners, all he knows about is polls, so he was right on top of that.
Now, I think Mr. Bolin I want to clarify this up front. Yeah. Mr. Bolin knows we have him and I, we got a newlywed friendship. Me and Vito have a 26-year friendship, but Mr. Bolin, I think it is fair. You can fairly say, despite the length that we've known each other and me and Vito, I think I've been pretty fair, like kind of trying to be right down the middle. Correct, Mr. Bolin?
Yeah, you've been right around the middle.
Okay, now, with that being said, I recall you talking about this poll and you saying that you were going to take a poll, Mr. Bolin.
I did.
Okay, you did.
You're right so far.
I remember you saying you were going to let the people talk and the people decide.
I did say that.
Okay. Well, Mr. Bolin, the people spoke.
You forget I'm a pretty damn smart guy, but keep going.
Okay, but Mr. Bolin, listen.
Not trying to sound like Donald Trump here, but I'm a pretty smart little cookie, but go ahead.
Mr. Bolin, the people spoke.
They did.
I thought there was a clear-cut choice.
Yeah, there was.
And it
Jeff didn't have the final numbers because I didn't see.
I will check the final numbers here while Vince continues.
Check the final numbers.
Then give me the final numbers.
Okay, but Mr. Bolin,
all right.
It kind of, I don't want to call it a landslide, but it was heavily, it leaned heavily towards Unblock Vito LaGrasso. Now, Mr. Bolin,
last numbers I saw.
Last numbers you saw. Mr. Bolin, this was about a week ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
About a week ago.
With all due respect.
Okay, I have the numbers right here.
Go ahead, Jeff.
This is final. The poll is closed. It says
Stat boy, give me the final numbers.
Yeah, it's Stat boy.
These are the final numbers. Kenny tweeted, "I've been told that the blow up between me and Vito, part 2, has set record numbers for Russo's brand. It's number 4 or 6. I don't remember. So it's up there.
Oh, bury the show.
I hear some fans.
If we didn't say.
Right. I hear some fans and even Vito want me to unblock him on Twitter. I say no, but what do the fans say? I will honor the vote. Thanks for your support. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Can't argue with a word. I'm not like Trump.
Right. Now, the
week.
results.
Exactly what I said.
Okay.
Give me those final numbers.
35% to keep Big Vito blocked, 65% to unblock Big Vito.
Okay, so 75. Vito got 75% of the vote to get him blocked. 65%.
Yes.
So you're already trying to swing the numbers in his
65%.
favor.
Okay, Mr. Bolin.
Yeah.
There's one small problem.
What's the problem?
Vito is still blocked. And not only that, Mr. Bolin, I don't want to stir the shit. I don't want to stir anything up, Mr.
Well,
Bolin.
you are.
Because, bro, listen, we have 5 hours of riveting television.
I thought you were turning butter over there. You're stirring so much shit. But go ahead.
Not only is Vito still blocked, but now all of a sudden he's blocked. Somewhere along the line, we started referring to Mr. Vito as V-Slow.
Yeah, that's been said a time or two. Yeah.
Okay, so now let me just set the stage, Mr. Bull, and then the stage is yours.
Right.
You made a statement. You didn't live up to it.
Oh well, we'll get into that.
Okay, we'll get into that. The V-Slow, the name calling started a little bit again.
Yeah, I was the only one that did that. Okay.
Okay. Mr.
There
Bolin.
you go, leaning right again. You're everything
I said is right down the middle. Now, Mr. Bolin.
No, because you're acting like I'm the only one that was doing any name calling, and he's been doing calling
hold on, Mr. Bolin. You are center stage. The mic stand is up. There is a spotlight on you. It's all yours, Mr. Bolin. Go ahead.
You care for me to have my say now?
Absolutely, sir.
Here we go. All right. Now, first of all, yes, I did make that poll. And I did say that I would honor that poll. And you all don't think I didn't know ahead of time what those numbers were going to be. Do you all really think I'm stupid enough to enter into something that I don't know what I'm getting into? I've been around a long time.
Okay.
I've been around longer than all of you here. Maybe not combined, but longer than all of you here.
True.
And what you saw, and I made the tweet early on, what you are is a bunch of vultures. You're a bunch of carnivores.
Okay.
You want to see me. They want me to unblock Vito. See, he didn't win this. He was defeated soundly because what those people are doing, they want to see me massacre him verbally every week. They want to see me call him names. They want to see me call him V-Slow. They want me to make obscene gestures about his wife. They're sick people. Okay. And I knew that's what we were dealing with.
So 65% of these people are sick.
They're sick. 35% of them are right-thinking Americans, about like Trump's base. About 30% or so are good right-thinking people. And those are the ones that don't want to see this. They're sick of seeing the name calling and the blubbering going on about this, that, and the other. Those are the good people. It's that other 65% that we got to worry about. They have problems. They have mental issues. Or they just love seeing a good old-fashioned massacre. And that's what they're wanting to see. So I knew that I thought it'd be higher than that. I thought it might be 80-20, to be honest with you. I knew that before I even put it up. So I was even astonished that 35% didn't want to see the massacre.
Okay.
So what I have done is I did honor my word. But you all don't realize, man, I'm a pretty smart cookie. I unblocked Vito. Then I took my dogs out, and then I came back in. I said, well, I've done what I said I'd do, and I blocked him again. I did everything I said.
The loophole. Vito, he found the loophole.
I did everything I said I'd do. So now, Vince, I think you owe me an apology because you led the fans to believe that I was a liar, that I was a crook.
No, I've not said it.
I wasn't a man of my word, and I honored my word.
I've not said anything on the topic. I wanted to get your side of it. I've not said anything.
Plenty on the topic. You said, Bolin, you didn't honor your word. And then you said the stage was mine.
Okay, so you're claiming that you did unblock him only to block him again.
It was about 4.5 minutes, about however long my dogs to go. But I honored my word. I did what the fans asked me to do. They said unblock him. I did. Then I thought about it, and I said, well, I don't You know, I'm a busy man. I got an empire to run over here. I got an enterprise. I got calendars that just came out. I got pillows I'm selling.
Okay,
I don't have time to fight with you all day, every day.
Okay.
Over the least little petty things.
All right.
I
Now
barely have time to come on here and make your show for you.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
what more can you ask out of one man? I did everything you asked me to do.
Okay. Now, Vito,
Just Vito.
Do you care to comment? Because I think you have a little something up your sleeve. Vito, the floor's yours, bro.
Well, Kenny.
Yes, sir.
Know, this is good for business. A couple of old timers like that. You being an older timer than me.
I'm
old. Me being a younger timer.
You're younger.
And me not having the Southern accent. I did do a Southern accent yesterday.
That's a disadvantage here. I'm in enemy territory. I'm of all New Yorkers.
But I did the Southern accent for you to make you feel, kind of Southern at home here.
On a Southern accent, when that happen?
Well, I'll just give you a little sample.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you.
Go ahead.
Over here at Big Vito's Car Sales, we got Fiats, we got Volkswagens, we got everything you need right here. I got to tell you, at the desk we got collar and elbow.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait, I have to interrupt.
No.
Now, Mr. Bolin.
Yeah.
You and I have spoken about this in the past.
About buying cars?
No. For some reason or another, Spider Rico has joined the show, Mr. Bolin. And Mr. Bolin, I thought, wait a minute now. I thought you and I had a conversation, Mr. Bolin.
I thought we had.
That Spider, had to pay some dues before he can come on this big time show.
Yeah.
But yet, Mr. Bolin, you've invited.
No, I didn't.
Wait, what? Excuse me?
I did not invite him. No.
You did not? Okay, so Spider, you've invited yourself on the show?
He invited himself is what he's done.
Spider?
No, I've been invited by Vito.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
what the?
I got to tell you there, Kenny.
I'm listening.
This
Kenny, before Vito says another word, I want to tell you right now, I'm throwing the red flag on this, bro. I'm throwing a red flag, Kenny, holding 15 yards.
Yeah.
I'm throwing a flag. Go ahead, Vito.
Who's the flag on? Is it on me or Vito?
Vito, I'm throwing a flag on my friend of 26 years, Mr.
There you
Bolin.
go.
This
15-yard penalty.
Mr. Bolin, this is what's called the blind side. This stinks of blindside.
Just in case Vito doesn't know the rules of football, that is a 15-yard penalty, and let's hope nothing ugly comes out of this.
Okay, go ahead,
so
Vito.
Vito invites him. Yeah, he got in touch with me. Spider did, and because he's purchased some merchandise from me that he hadn't paid for, and that's why he hadn't been allowed in my home lately. He hadn't paid for his merchandise. He's about a month late, to be honest with you. Okay. And then I said, hey, Spider. Well, I don't call him Spider. You all call him Spider. I said, hey, Daniel Brady or Rick Brady or whatever the hell we call you. We don't even call you by your real name. And then I said, why ain't you been by here to pay for your merchandise, punk? You bought the stuff. Why don't you get over here and pay for it? And then, oh, King, you hadn't heard? I've been in the hospital for a few days. I said, really? Well, no, I hadn't heard. I got Twitter. I got Facebook. I got a phone. How come my old buddy of God knows how many years, I used to do hotlines with you, son, when you were nobody in this town. When I was almost nobody in this town, I was doing hotline interviews for you, making your show, just like I do with all the other shows I do.
You were, and I was in the hospital. Yeah.
Then you come up with this bullshit story. Hang on, Vito. Hang on.
Hold on. Let Kenny go. Let Kenny go.
He's conned everybody here. He claimed he was in the hospital. I said, oh, really? Well, I got 3 means of communication you could have reached me at. Why didn't you tell me you were in the hospital? Oh, King, I just went in. They diagnosed me and this, that, and the other. And I said, well, what were you in there for? And I want you to know he never did tell me why he was in the hospital, which leads me to believe he never was in a hospital. I don't think he was ever in one. I don't think he had the amount of merchandise money that he needed to haul out of here with everything that he bought. He couldn't pay for the pizzas that he stuck me with the last time he was here, which come to about another $50. And so he owes me in the neighborhood of about $150. He ain't got the money. So now he's crawling and begging to Vito because he knows that would just set me on fire if Vito paved the way for him to be on the show. And I told him that maybe one day I would let him come here and he could sit in the dunce corner over there in the corner when me and the Prince, the real stars, are doing the show. And then if we needed a dunce to put anything on the show, we'd let him chime in.
Wow.
Well, we haven't needed a dunce on the show. So now we have one because Vito has given him his own square. He thinks he's made the Hollywood squares, Vince. That's what he thinks he's done. He thinks he's Charlie Weaver sitting down there.
Charlie Weaver, yeah. The grandfather of David Arquette. The grandfather of David Arquette, yeah.
Absolutely. And I didn't even know that. And he thinks he's going to get to chime in. He thinks he's going to get to have some input tonight.
Wow.
Well, this is on you. This is on you, Vito.
I got to tell you something.
26 blood's on your hands, son.
Vito, 26 years, but I think Mr. Bolin kind of turned the table on you a little bit there.
No, he didn't. This is a great night for me. This is a great night for me. You know why? I won the goddamn poll. I won the Kenny Bolin poll. So being that, Spider was one of my supporters, I let him come on the show.
Tell me.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute.
That little punk vote for you.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Kenny. I'll get to the bottom of this.
All right.
Now, Spider.
Yes.
Did you vote for Vito in the poll?
He needs to be unblocked. Yes. Why not?
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that Kenny Bolin brings you to the dance of a Vince Russo podcast one, bro? Mr. Bolin brings you to the dance, feeds you pizza, bro, gives you merch with an IOU.
Which I do for nobody. I do that for nobody.
And then you do the Benedict Arnold on Mr. Bolin? Spider.
It's not a Benedict Arnold.
90s. Been friends since the mid-90s.
You've
known Vito 45 seconds. And now you're sucking up to him like a found little puppy under a Ford Escalade somewhere. And now this is how you treat me.
It's like Rodney King. Can't we all get along?
Screwed up. Shut up a minute. You ain't even got permission to talk. Let me explain something to you. You live in this town. You work 1.8 miles from my door. If you don't think that I won't get the Prince to give me a ride down to AT&T, I'll tell everybody where your little ass works at. If you don't think I won't go down to AT&T, where I've sold about 250 sets of Beats by Bolin headphones with a little bit of your help.
My help, yes.
And if you don't think I won't take an elevator up to the 8th floor and track your little ass down and have a little face-to-face with you in front of your employees, in front of your boss, and in front of your wife, that's right, you don't have a wife anymore. She dumped your ass. That's why you were over here begging.
Well, wait a minute. Well, Kenny, I can't
got a wife anymore. As a matter of fact, what a lot of people tell me is you date the bearded lady that lives next door to you. Yeah, she's got hair on her.
Bearded lady. She's got a bearded lady.
Everybody's seen her. Everybody's seen her around here. He won't bring her out in public. Ain't nobody's seen her in person. We've seen some Facebook pictures that are absolutely horrible. So let me tell you something, son. You might.
Wait a minute, Kenny. Can we get the bearded lady on the show? Can you arrange that?
You got to talk to Spencer about that. I don't have access to the bearded
Kenny, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, I'm done. He can speak now. Let's hear what he's got.
Go ahead, bro. Spider, this better be good, bro.
It's not a bearded lady. She's a beautiful blonde-haired woman, and she's all over my Instagram and my Twitter, and you can take pictures of pictures of her and everything. Yeah.
Well, what about the other one? You got two. You got one.
That was in the past. That's gone.
The bearded lady was in the past. The bearded lady was about 3 weeks ago. You lying jackass. Everybody knows about
Vito Rico. Listen, I'm a New Yorker, bro, and even I'm sitting here and I'm saying, bro, isn't this a little ungrateful on your part, bro?
What ungrateful?
Well, Vito sent me flowers in the hospital. He was worried about. He sent me one of those edible arrangement
things. Your little ass was in the hospital, and I sure shit wouldn't have sent you no flowers.
But I mean, he did. I was like, he's a nice guy. So, and I saw the poll and I said, yeah, unblock. Can we all get along? It's like Rodney King was. No, there wasn't black roses. They were a nice arrangement of every different color, purple, orange, and it was a nice fall arrangement.
If I didn't know for a fact that Vito LaGrasso is maybe even about 50% tighter than I am, I might believe your little flower story. I don't think he'd send you a 5-pound bag of flour, to be honest with you. I don't think he knew what hospital you were in because I don't think he's really in a hospital. I think it's been a running.
I got an IV right. This is an IV right here.
He's in the hospital. That's
wait a minute, bro. Wait a minute.
From the looks of his body, it looks like he went to give blood and forgot to say when.
No, you know what that looks like, bro. You know what that looks like on his arm, Mr. Bolin. Now, this is what it can be. I don't want to, he's saying I got an IV in there. I was on my deathbed. This and that. Bro, it could have been the beer lady. The 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah.
Rubbing a 5 o'clock shadow up and down on his arm. That could have caused some friction.
I don't want to gross everybody out, but I can show you.
No, that's okay. Vito, this is bro. I got to hear your.
We don't want to see what the bearded lady did while she was snuggled into you while you were trying to gnaw your arm off to get away from her.
Yeah. Oh, Vito, please chime in here at any point because I don't know, Vito. You and I are from New York. We're loyal people.
I know.
I'm
enjoying this. I'm enjoying this show, Vince.
But I gotta tell you, Vito, this is Benedict. He's Benedict Arnolding Mr. Bolin.
No, hold on a second.
This is a mastermind. This is a mastermind by Vito, and he learned this. I know from Donald Trump. This is an old diversion trick.
I don't even know Donald.
Off of him, he got all the heat off of him and put 99% of it right on a little Spider Murphy over there, or whatever the hell y'all call him.
Mr. Bolin, Mr. Bolin, Mr. Bolin, let me interrupt. I got to say something. No, you're going to want me to say this.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, anybody listening to this show, and you gentlemen have gotten the show up to over 50,000 people every week. Can you believe 50,000 people are listening to this show, and we're supposed to be reviewing S'more and Rack Down That Suck? But Mr. Bolin, I want to point something out on this showcase right here. Okay, I want everybody to know. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. This is why exactly what Mr. Bolin, Kenny Bolin showcase. This is exactly why Jim Cornette locked Kenny Bolin in a closet for 30 freaking years. And I want to say that, Kenny.
This guy.
Yeah, I want to say that, Kenny, because this is Vito. This is Kenny Bolin on top of his game, and I got to tell you, Vito. Listen, 26-year friendship, you and I, but you're not saying much over there, bro.
You're not giving me a chance to
go ahead,
everybody shut up.
Go ahead,
shut up. Everybody's taking the spotlight. This is my show. I raised this whole shenanigan. I won the poll.
The mastermind behind this. Go ahead, the mastermind. Go.
Hold on a second. All right. I'm over here making stars. Okay. I'm not the pacemaker. I'm the Vito maker. Okay. Kenny Bolin was kicking a can down the street until I came along. And what happened? I put him on the map. Twitter was blowing up. Now he's a hot commodity again, right? He's the biggest heel in town. So here I come along. I say a couple of lullabies. I do a couple of nice little things. I make a gesture to his buddy. I didn't make his buddy buy merch. I didn't make his buddy buy any pizza. I didn't make him go to the refrigerator and get out some broken down crocus soda. I'm telling you, I didn't make him do any of this, right? No. I didn't make him do an IOU for that. I said, hey, listen, buddy, I'll give you a name. I'll make you a star like I made Kenny Bolin a star. All right? So over here, I made 2 stars on my show, right? And Vince Russo got the rub. Jeff Lane got the rub. Who are the people coming to see? They're coming to see Big Vito, right? Because Big Vito is making stars here on the Raw and SmackDown review. I'm doing it live, baby, live. Spider's got a name. He's got a gimmick. Kenny's got a friggin' heel attitude. We need this. This is what's selling tickets, guys.
Kenny, I got to tell you something. Go ahead, Vito. He's not done. Go ahead, Vito. Finish.
All right. I won the poll fair and square. Kenny wants to call me some names. Okay. You block me and unblock me. Well, I got myself a new buddy. His name is Spider. And he don't have to buy merch. He don't have to use the Big Vito brand code on collar and elbow. He's just my friend. I sent him flowers. He was sick. Whether he has a bearded lady friend, she comes at midnight. Nobody knows. He's got a blonde lady to showcase, right? He ain't paying nobody. All right, leave the kid alone. He's got an IV. He's sick. When Kenny's sick, we feel sorry for him. And right now he was tired. We said, before the show, Kenny, you okay? You able to do the show? He said, game on, fellas. We're bringing the A game right here. Vito. All right, this is the Big Vito brand coming to you live, baby, live.
Vito.
I'm making stars. Listen, Russo, I'm the one who gave you your start in the business.
Hold up.
Show some respect. And you know it, too. I got you on that one. I made you, Russo. You didn't make it.
Vito, I got to tell you something.
That's when I sent you to the WWE, and you got your writer's job, and that's another shoot. All right? Who sent you?
I gotta tell you, I'm crying because Mr. Bolin, I gotta tell you something. I was with them with the poll. I was with them with the V-Slow. I was with them, but Mr. Bolin, this act of treachery. Treason, and Mr. Bolin, I'm with you on this one. Mr. Bolin, I'm with you on this one. I'm with you. This is dirty, bro. This is in the gutter, dirty, Mr. Bolin.
Well, if you'll remember, and now I guess you're all going to force us to play hardball here.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
We're going to play some hardball because there was another poll I wanted to do a while back, and Boss Man sitting there, Mr. Russo, begged me not to do that poll. He said that won't be good for business, King, Mr. Bolin, whatever it is he likes to call me, depending on what mood he's in. And that poll, I think we're going to have to throw out to the fans right now because I'm going to put an end to this shit once and for all.
Oh, boy.
You made me, Vito. That is delusional as anything that's come out of Trump's mouth today.
No, but I know I said it's delusional. That's because we're entertaining the fans. And I'm laughing. And this isn't done to be malice. This isn't done to be harsh. This is done as a good time. I am having a good time with you, Kenny.
Yeah, but let me tell you something, Vito.
I have one too.
Vito, you're forgetting one thing.
What?
You're having a good time. You kind of roped Spider Rico into this, right? Bro. I have a feeling Mr. Bolin is going to make Mr. Rico's life miserable.
Spider has spun a web that his little 8 legs ain't going to be able to get him out of. That I can promise you.
Yeah.
Because where he screwed up, see, Vito and I both know we're safe from each other because Vito ain't going to stretch the 1,000 miles down my way to start any trouble with me. And he knows damn well.
I'll come and eat with you. That's for sure.
You might.
You know all the good places.
And then he realizes
I did.
France aren't coming 1,000 miles to come his way. But where the stupidity enters into all this is a little Spider, little Daniel, little Rick Brady Jr. over there, who doesn't even have, no one ever calls him by his real name. You know why? Because no one knows who that name is. No one knows.
Good point.
Daniel Spencer is. That's why you've been named Spider. That's why you've been named Rick Brady, who actually has a decent podcast. And then you come crawling and begging to come to my home for me to do a podcast with you. And you set up your little studio here. And then you take me over to Mark's feed store and feed me and my whole family. And then he's, oh, King, can I take you to Comfy Cow? Can I buy you and your Comfy Cow? Can I buy you and your family ice cream? Oh, can I bring my friend over? My friend, my big idiot friend.
The bearded lady?
Well, he's bearded, and it might be Spencer's lady. I don't know. What's his name, Daniel? I done forgot his name. I ain't seen
Jeremy.
You bring Jeremy over here that works for UofL.com or whatever it is, who begs and pleads for me to plug him and you on Stone Cold Steve Austin's podcast. All you've done is leech and mooch off me since you came back into my life. You ain't brought 50 cents worth of anything good since you came here. That's why I faded you off the show. Then after you did actually pay for a few meals, you start mooching off me and getting me to pay for the damn Papa John's pizza. And then you start bringing me damn off-brand soft drinks that I think you snuck in here to keep from having to pay the full $3.99 for name brand.
How dare you?
You are a little piece of shit asshole. You will never be in my home again. I will never have you here. My son will never have you in. Wow. No, there's no Mark's Feed Store or Comfy Cow that's going to save your ass. And when the prince finds out what you've done, I might not take the time and trouble to go 1.8 miles to AT&T, go to the 8th floor and drag your little bony ass out of there and beat your sore arm off till I wear it off like a nub and beat you with it like a scene out of The Walking Dead.
Oh, boy.
The prince might. Because the prince don't like his daddy being crapped on the way you've done today. And I'm trying to tone the language down here as best I can. I promise you, when me or the prince come down to AT&T and go to the 8th floor and have a little talk with you, there ain't no amount of security down there that's going to be able to save you, boy. I promise you that.
What if he wants it? What if he wants to have a peace treaty at the Comfy Cow? No good?
I don't know. I don't think that's going to help him out. His little $5 ice cream ain't going to bail him out this time. He was on good grounds there for a while. And then he goes to enemy territory.
Bad choice.
Now I might know how Cornette feels a little bit. I'm over here with 3 New Yorkers.
Yeah.
Some of the biggest numbers in the world. And Cornette's probably sitting there going, well, how can he do that to me? And then now there's Daniel Spencer, the little punk that I made, or what little bit of fame he does have. I give it to him. And then this is the thanks I get. He goes
now I will say that when you talked about doing my podcast and everything, it's the right thing to do to take you out to eat and hey you
it is the right
time take you out to, that's what friends do. So I wasn't trying to
friends do.
Yeah, you ought to get along. Can't we all get along?
Hey, listen, Spencer, Daniel, Mr. Brady, whatever you call yourself, you pull the Spiro on Kenny Bolin, bro. Don't be talking your way out of it, bro.
Oh, trust me, I've heard him talk. He can't.
You pull the feathers out of his headset, out of his headdress, and shoved it down his throat now, bro. Now Vito's sitting there smiling like a Cheshire cat, bro, because now Mr. Bolin is half a mile from the 8th floor at AT&T. Now you're going to have to deal with this lunatic, and Vito's laughing all the way to the comfy cow, bro.
Absolutely.
Right?
He has screwed you. Can
I say something?
Oh, go right ahead.
I'm going to say this directly to Kenny.
I'm listening.
Okay, Kenny.
Uh-huh.
For all of the 90,000 people plus who watch this show, this is the most entertainment they have every week.
You're
I masterminded.
Right. I can't argue with that.
I masterminded this. I concoct this to prove a point that you and I can coexist on a show, have good back and forth, and entertain the people. And everybody can get a good listen on a great podcast.
I'm going to give you some credit, Vito. You were able to do what I didn't think you could do. I didn't think that we could do these shows and that the least amount of heat that I would have directed any of them would be on you. Well, you've managed to do that because you're way down on my radar right now. And Jeff and I have settled our differences. We had some little issues early that Vince helped negotiate, and we settled up on those. And even Vince and I have had a couple of little tinges back and forth since I've joined this network. But I don't think anybody is going to be able to save that little.
And nobody should know.
Daniel Spencer.
Yeah, no, Mr. Bo, he's not getting. Vito, stop with your propaganda. It's propaganda. No, stop. It's propaganda, Mr. Bolin. I don't like this. Listen, I want to say something right now, Mr. Bolin. I've known Mr. LaGrasso for 26 years. I had nothing to do with this. I was not a part of this. I don't like this. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be highly disappointed if somebody doesn't go to the 8th floor of the AT&T.
Somebody's going.
And pay Spider a visit. I'm going to be highly disappointed.
And Vince, do you know why I have this Sprite can? Now I'm drinking the Sprite. I got the Sprite Zero going here. That's the real thing.
Right. That's good.
And I've got this can here. I've only got a few left. And Daniel Spencer bought one of these for $19.95 along with a free DVD. He bought one. Well, the reason it's still here is because it's on that list of merchandise that the little sawed-off son of a bitch hasn't paid for. And he's going to pay for it.
Mr. Bolin, how much are we talking about roughly? How much are we talking? What's that bill he owes you?
Oh, I guess by the time I get my pizza money out of him, make him pay the difference for name brand soft drinks instead of the off brand that he bought over here.
Comfy Cow.
Mark's Feed Store. I think we're looking at about $250 might get him off the hook.
Is that accurate, Spider?
That's nowhere near accurate. But
what's your number?
You're calling him a lawyer. You calling Mr. Bolin a lawyer now?
Everything has been paid for. The only thing I haven't paid for is a hoodie that I haven't picked up. It's $50.
He's saying he has no tab.
You didn't roll out of here with leaving me with the bill with 4 pizzas and the tip.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And the off-brand drinks. Are you trying to tell me that
I don't know
that stunt?
I don't know what you're talking
about. And then
I
see that my credit card was used. You begged me not to tell this. You begged me not to tell it. I noticed that my credit card, and I'll tell you where I keep it right here.
Don't let people see the numbers, Mr. Bolin. Cover up the numbers.
I've already had to kill it because he stole it.
What happened?
The numbers are not. This card right here. That is the one that Daniel Spencer stole to pay for meals down at AT&T all week.
That's fake news.
His card because he had a PayPal card, and he's going, "Oh, King, I thought that was my card." So he runs up about another $250 in lunches, taking his bearded lady out for dinner. Runs my card up, and I'm trying to figure out who the hell's eating downtown every goddamn day. It was him paying for the bearded lady's meals and himself, and maybe some sex. I don't know. He's that type of guy. He's got to pay for it. He just can't go out and get it.
Wow.
Now, Kenny,
So
Kenny,
this card right
between
here,
you and I,
everybody, my PayPal MasterCard.
Don't
This
show
is
that
the
number.
one Daniel Spencer stole, and then he brings it back and slides it in my mailbox slot. There's a little slot over there where men won't knock on the door and hand you the card back like a little coward bitch he is. He slid it through the door, got in his car, and drove away. That's what he did. And then he tells me, "Oh, I'll make that up to you, King. I thought that was my card." Well, when you noticed the money wasn't coming out of your account, you little jackass, you should have realized it was my card you using. But don't think you ain't going to pay for that either, too, you little bitch.
How much was that, Kenny? How much on top of the 250?
Another 250. It's about
500, half a thousand,
half a grand.
500 bucks. Now, Vito, did you have any idea you were dealing with this kind of
You really think I could make a story like this up? Could I make this up?
Kenny,
On the fly?
Kenny,
Yes.
I got to tell you.
You're sorry? Tell me you're sorry.
No, hold on. This solidifies our relationship. We are now buddies. I like you.
Wait, now let's all throw Spider under the bus then. Bro, right. You owe him 500 bucks.
I don't know anything about no credit card. I don't know anything about that.
So you're calling him a liar on top of everything else?
I just said I don't know anything about it. It sounds like fake news to me. I don't know.
Fake news?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Fake news.
Son, you're just digging your hole deeper into it. Well, go ahead and make it 6 feet officially, because that's the hole you're going to need when either me or the prince catches up with you. 6 feet. Don't worry about a casket. I got some plastic bubble wrap around here that'll do you just fine. Because it would be a closed casket anyway when we get done with your ass. Do you realize what we do to people over 500 bucks around here? We do. You're about to find out. I promise. You can't hide forever. I know what part of the trashy ass South End you live in. I know where you work, or at least until today. If I know you, you chicken shit little bitch, you'll quit your job and you'll probably be pumping gas in the South End somewhere where decent, normal human beings don't go. Well, guess what?
Maybe
I've walked amongst those people. I've walked amongst the Walking Dead, and I will go there. I'll go to every Chevron station in town to find you, son. Don't think I won't.
Maybe he'll try to get a job at Coffee Cow.
No, because that's on the east side of town. That's where the nice, decent human beings live. He lives like a king when he's over here. He's never seen good food. He's never seen decent people.
Of course, bro. Listen, Spidey, you better listen. I'm giving you the opportunity to explain yourself, bro, because between being the turncoat and now robbing Kenny of 500 bucks, I mean, bro, I don't know if Vito really knew what he was getting himself wrapped up with. So
Vito, I'm not going to blame Vito for this. He had no way to know that he was.
He wouldn't have known. Vito, you're a bad judge of character, Vito. He had a very bad judge of character.
He had.
You know what? I'm hot right now. You know why?
On the show.
Does he owe you money, Vito, Spider?
Oh,
well,
God.
Now that I know he owes everybody in town money, I want $350 for the name Spider. Okay?
All right, guys, let's stop right here. I'm calling a big timeout. We can't forget collar and elbow. Mr. Bolin, I'm going to let you go first.
I love my folks down at Collar and Elbow. We gotta give a shout out to Rod Hicks down there. He's been so good to all of us. And we never give Dean, the artist. Dean creates a lot of these logos. The Bowling Club logo. He and my son collaborated on that. So we got to give Dean a shout out. He never gets one, but Collar and Elbow, get your shirts. The Bowling Club shirt, which we're wearing right here. We got the Bowling Club hoodie. We've got the hats. The hats are going to be here this week. So the next time we do a show, we'll have the Bowling Club hats out here and a few other new projects that we're working on. And I know that Vito's got some things in the works. I think Vince has been contacted with some things in the works. And Collar and Elbow, they're treating us good. And we love our good friends down there at Collar and Elbow.
All right, Kenny, too, tell them, while you're talking about it, tell them about the Brolin Alley, Kenny.
The Brolin Alley, that is coming up. Well, we've already seen the part 1 with Conan, and we did that in 2 parts. That will be airing. Jeff, you got the date on that? That'll be next Wednesday, correct?
Yes, next Wednesday, which is December 6th. Part 2 will be coming out for free at Russo's brand.
How have the responses been on part 1? I've seen nothing but good reviews on it. People really seem to enjoy that.
Yeah, people love Conan. And to see you.
You know why I love that show so much? I love that one because it was like we were all just shooting the shit. It did not feel like we were doing a show. And at the end of it, then I realized we'd done a show.
Yeah, we just kind of went. Like, we didn't do an open. You guys just started talking. We just started recording and let it go. Yep.
And that's
a lot of wrestling talk coming up in part 2.
That's exactly how mine and Steve Austin's show did. We just they started rolling, and all of a sudden we was doing a show, and Steve Austin said it, just a couple of guys shooting the shit. So sometimes those are the best shows, and I was really pleased with this, and I'm anxious to see what y'all think of part 2.
And what about your Twitter, Mr. Bolin?
Twitter is at Starmaker Bolin. Everybody can reach me on there except Vito, and Facebook is / Starmaker Bolin. Everybody can reach me on there except Vito. And, Instagram is Starmaker Bolin, and everybody can reach me on here except Vito. And you know, we might take another poll, see what we can.
All right, go ahead, Vito. It's all yours, bro.
Well,
Where'd Vito go?
I'd like to reach Kenny Bolin, but I can't unblocked. And I'd like to reach Kenny Bolin, but I can't unblocked. And let me bring in my my girl right here who's been sitting here entertained for the past.
Mamma mia, bro.
I can't contact Kenny either. I'm blocked.
Well, it was a family decision.
Family decision. Go ahead. Use your collar and elbow stuff. Go ahead.
Stone Cold Steve
All
Austin shirt she's wearing tonight. Is that the skull and crossbones? What she got going on there?
It's a new design from Collar and Elbow.
Okay, all right.
Collar and elbow.
What's wrong with that?
All right. We got our collar and elbow code is Big Vito. And we have some custom shirts coming out with them. We're working on them right now. They have the designs. They're just doing the finishing touches. We also have our YouTube channel, which is at the Big Vito brand. So check that out. We have some cool videos on there. Our sound bites is coming out this week. We're doing one just for Vince with Vito versus Corey Graves. So that should be pretty good. We also have Big Vito Twitter. And that's the Big Vito brand. Kenny, you can reach him.
Can I reach him there? I have to look into that.
I think that's about it. Oh, no, wait. It's about prowrestlingtees.com/the Big Vito brand. We have 4 shirts available on there. They're great for Christmas.
Now, I got to ask a question. Is that a conflict of interest, Vince, when we start?
Yeah, I've been trying to let it go in one ear and out the other, Kenny. That's why I've not addressed it. But let
guys,
me tell you.
just see the way I did business tonight with Spider. There's no conflict of interest here, right?
All right.
Let me
Put our hands in a little bit of everything.
Yeah, let me give the official shout out to Collar and Elbow, the wrestling brand. Collar and Elbow was founded by Al Snow, and it's based on the traditional values of professional wrestling. Head over to Collar and Elbow and use the code Russo to save 10% off your order. And right now, they just dropped their winter line, beanies, hoodies, and all new designs. Don't get left out in the cold this winter. Collar and Elbow will make sure you get all the heat. And Jeff, I just want to say something because I'm really bad at this, bro. I got a couple of gifts from my wish list, and I want to put the people over. First of all, the ham bone, bro. The ham bone. David White
on those wish lists. Gotta love the ham bone.
The ham bone, David White. He sent me a Blu-ray DVD of Batman versus Two-Face, which I want to thank him for. My friend Vlad sent me a Bleach's album, which I was thrilled to get because I was too cheap to buy it. And speaking of too cheap, Jeff, there are 2 albums left on my wish list that have been on there for like 3 months, people. 3 months. And listen, you know why? Because here's the bottom line. I think the price tag, Jeff, of both albums are $30, and nobody wants to go in their pocket for the $30 with the enjoyment that I bring them 5 days a week, and all I ask for is a stinking album, and I got 2 albums on my wish list, and I'm tired of looking at them.
Help me out here, Vince, because I heard you say wish list, and they have those on. Is that eBay or is that Amazon?
Amazon.
I'm on Amazon, and I saw a wish list. How does that work? Because I didn't know that you could make a wish list.
I can't share the wish list gimmick with you.
Can't share that?
Then they'll start sending you stuff, and then I'll get nothing, bro.
Yeah, well, we can't have
Well, Vince, I think you just sold one. We just had a sale come in. It's a PayPal card from a Mr. Kenny Bolin shipped to AT&T somewhere.
Yes.
Thank you. Very, very good, Jeff. Very good. Very good. All right.
5,000 credit. 5,000 credit.
All right, let's get back to this show. Let's get back to the matter at hand.
mouse pad.
All right.
That's the right card.
All right.
Maybe you got 2 of them. That's worth something. That's worth something.
Listen, Kenny, let's listen. This is like let's be fair. Like Judge Judy. Let's
Do you want to be the judge?
Let's give Spider. Let Spider explain himself. Go ahead, Spider. Nobody's going to say anything. I want you to explain yourself. How you got on Team Vito. How you decided to. All the money you own, Kenny. Everything Kenny did for you. Go ahead, Spider. Go.
Look, I speaking with Vito, became good friends with him. He's a great guy. Had great conversations with him, deep conversation, good stuff. I've been friends with Kenny for a long time, and I'm just, you know what? Why should they hate each other? Why? We can all get along.
Well, bro,
we can all be
forget
friends.
about that. Everybody hates
about
you.
me and
Bro.
Vito
We hate
hate
you.
each other.
Okay,
Spider, we hate you. They don't hate each other. We all hate you. You owe this man $500, bro. You
brought him
stabbed him in
together.
the back.
You did it. You brought them together. They get along now.
Yes, go ahead, Spider.
I did it. Okay, so that my job's done on that. And as far as what Kenny's saying, I'd still have to pick up my hoodie and paying for the hoodie, but everything else, I don't know anything about that.
And the Spike can, $19.95. You still owe for that. You owe for the Papa John's, and you owe everything that you ran up on the PayPal card. You even think about trying to get out of one dime of it, and it's going to be your ass, son. You know me in this.
I don't know anything about the PayPal.
You know I run Louisville, Kentucky. Jerry Lawler, they don't even call him king around here anymore. They call me the king, not him. And you know I run anything about it. If I don't get you, I got somebody that will.
Now, Kenny, you could prove this if you wanted to with your PayPal statement, AT&T or whatever. He's calling BS on you.
It ain't got his name on it over there, Lumpy Lane.
Well, you wouldn't be there. You wouldn't.
Wow,
Don't mean he ran him up.
Kenny, do me a favor, Kenny, because he's claiming he has absolutely nothing to do with this PayPal card. Walk me through, Kenny. Like, explain how do you know he used this card?
Well, it's real easy. It was underneath my Bolin Club mouse pad.
Right.
We ordered the Papa John's pizzas.
Bro, he's got to wait a minute. Hold on, Kenny. You just drove right past that. There's a Bolin Club mouse pad.
Well, I'll show you the one I'm not.
Did Spider purchase one of those? Spider, is that
he got an old one. He didn't pay for a new one.
Look, let me see. Go ahead.
That's the white Bolin Club mouse pad.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Okay. All right. So go ahead. It was under the mouse pad. There's a black one. Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Bolin. It was under the.
Everybody who is a near and dear friend of mine, in case there's an emergency, in case I get sick, in case I have a heart attack, in case we got to call a cab or an ambulance or something. Everybody that's near and dear to me knows that I keep a MasterCard under here with roughly about a $5,000 limit on it under this mouse pad. My son knows it. Maya knows it. Spencer knows it when he's here, and a couple of other people, not very many. Well, we've had to change that hiding place now because he was sitting over here on this computer scrolling for dates. I think that's how he found the bearded lady. And when the pizza man came at my door, I noticed that he kept scrummaging around my mouse pad. And I thought that he was just trying to put, the mouse up is what I thought he was doing. But what he actually did, and I don't know if I can get a camera down in here on it or not, but he reached under the mouse pad, took my card, went over there, and paid for the Papa John's pizzas, 5 of them with my card.
Spider.
And a few 2-liters, which he told me he got 50% off. Well, no, he didn't. I got charged full price and then some. They charged me like 50 cents a container for like 100 containers of sauce, which he put in a bag and took home. Yeah, at about 50 cents a pop, about 100 of them. And he told me that he had a connection down there. And tell me if I'm lying, Spencer. You told me you had a connection down there that would give you a case of 100 of those garlic sauces and cheesy sauces. So when I saw 100 of them, I'm thinking, oh, your friend hooked us up.
That's true.
Off. He used his credit card to pay for him because that was my payment to put you on this show. And I told you, you will never have your own box on the Hollywood Squares. If you're ever going to be on this show, you will be sitting right here. And then you screwed that up because Vince told you to hold your hand up because you kept asking stupid questions. And then I said, if you're ever going to be over here again, you're going to sit in the dunce chair over there on the leopard skin ottoman. That's where the dumb people sat. That's where the dunces sat. And you were more than happy to sit there just to be on this show. And I even had to keep you off that for a few weeks. So this was the night that I was going to let the dunce be back on the show. I said, hey, why don't you come on down? He said, hey, I'll be down there and pay for that hoodie and make you a payment on those pizzas and dinners that I ordered. I'll come down there and make a payment either today or tomorrow. I said, well, why don't you come down tonight, make a payment, pick up your hoodie, and I'll let you sit in the dunce chair and you can be on the show tonight. No response. You know why? Because he had already been infiltrated by Vito.
He was in bed. He was in bed with Vito. He was in bed with Vito. And the bearded lady. And the bearded lady was a threesome.
Well, I don't know if I don't even think Vito would touch the bearded lady, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
That's pretty
I did watch The Godfather for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
All 2 episodes.
So wait a minute. Now, but Spider, you did not use that card for the pizza. That's what you're saying.
Now the pizza's a different story.
Pizza's
a different story. Pizza's a different story.
You see that,
but there's more to the story, though. There's more to the story.
Let me guess. You accidentally put my card in your pocket.
No,
went to AT&T, claiming you also had a PayPal card. You just didn't look at the name on it, and you should have known by the time you got the third meal on there that you didn't have that kind of jack. You didn't have that kind of money, and you should have. Well, I must have grabbed Mr. Bolin's card. That's why the third meal actually cleared, because I've never been able to pay for 3 meals at AT&T in my life.
No, we had a conversation.
The damn thing actually worked.
We had a conversation about the pizza. I paid for it the week before, and I'll get it this week, pal. And then you said, "There's my card here at the door." Go, and of course, I know where the card's at.
Okay, now everybody knows you're a liar. Shut up right now. When have I ever said I'll pay for a meal?
Or call him pal.
Name me the day. Vince Russo will tell you that.
Yeah, no, I find that hard to believe. Yeah.
I have never ever said I'll pay for a meal.
There must have been a miscommunication. But you told me use the card, and I put it back though. Right back.
Even Cornette, as bad as he hates me right now, would come on here and call you a dog-faced liar to say that Kenny Bolin said, use my card. Go ahead and pay for 5 pizzas with my card and 100 bottles of sauce and 6 2-liters. Yeah, Bolin would say that.
That was all free.
Everybody listening to this show, especially those in Louisville that know both of us, know you are a GD liar. I'll clean it up a little bit and save the beeper guy a little trouble. You're a liar because you know damn well that I would never agree to pay for food in Louisville, Kentucky. If I can drive to Evansville and hook the Russo family
That's
up,
right, he did.
The Bolin family with about $250 worth of scrub.
Yes,
I sure shit ain't paying for food in Louisville. You lying little bastard. Now keep telling your story because don't nobody believe
it. Must have been a miscommunication
on that.
Believe
a word from this point on because you're a flabbergasted liar is what you are.
That was we had a conversation.
Are those my beats you're wearing? Are those beats you haven't paid for? Did you steal those too? They
Vito,
like some of the ones I sell.
Vito, what kind of character are you getting in bed with over here, bro?
This is the best character creation I have made yet. WWE better hire one of us for a job right now.
Okay, Vito, let me ask you this. Okay, Vito,
segment yet.
Let me ask you this, Vito. Tomorrow, tonight, when this show is over tonight, are you going on Amazon and buying a ticket to fly to Louisville tomorrow so you could sit with Spider at the AT&T on the 8th floor?
He's going to need some protection.
He's on his own. So Spidey's on his own. That's it, bro.
Hold on. I'm going to sit.
I knew that. I'm
going to sit with Kenny. I know where his credit card is, buddy.
You don't think I still keep him here, do you? Not since Spider's trick.
Oh my God.
They're in a whole new place now.
Listen, all right, Spider, I'm going to tell you.
Spider exposed the mouse pad hiding place.
Spider, I'm going to tell you this right now, bro.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because I am telling you, listen, I am with Mr. Bolin all the way on this, bro. Everything he tried to do for you, bro.
Tried.
And then you Benedict Arnold him, bro. You turned around, you stabbed the man in the back by getting in bed with Vito. And Vito, listen, let's face it, bro. Vito's a New Yorker. Vito don't care about you, Spider. You are a pawn in Vito's vicious game of revenge. That's all you want. Now he's leaving you. He's hanging you out to dry. You're going to be sitting on the 8th floor at the AT&T. You're going to be wondering where's Vito. Vito's going to be freaking in Pennsylvania somewhere, bro. You're on your own. But hold on now. Wait a minute. Now
Vito's going to be in an Eagles game. He ain't going to be worried about your ass. I promise.
Mr. Bolin, hold on. Because listen, we do everything for the show, right, Mr. Bolin?
Yeah, that's what they tell me.
I want to give Spider an out. Okay, and here's the only way he gets out of it. Spider, it's twofold. This is the
you are the judge.
This is the and he's guilty. Kenny, he's guilty. Vito's guilty as charged. Spider's guilty. I'm 1,000% with the plaintiff, bro.
I noticed that Noel's not around for this. Apparently, she didn't want the blood on her.
She don't want the egg on her face with this Spider. You know, Vito thought this was cute.
I bet Noel told Vito, "This is all on you, baby. This is all on you." No,
get in bed with Spider. We don't know what Spider's background is. Okay,
he's got.
There's 2 things that have to happen. Spider, are you listening to me?
I'm listening.
Number 1, you have to pay Mr. Bolin all the debts that you owe him.
I think within 30 days is reasonable.
That's very reasonable. I was going to say by tomorrow.
Well, that would be appreciated.
Okay, that's right. That's number
He
one.
spent it in a week. He could surely pay it back in a week.
That's number one. And number two, bro, the only way you're getting off the hook and you're going to prevent Mr. Bolin from coming to the 8th floor at that AT&T, sending the print, bro. The prince will squash you, bro.
You know,
I've seen the prince, bro. I've seen the prince. Next week on this show, you've got to present the bearded lady, and we all have to decide whether she has facial hair or not. That's the only way you can get out of this, bro. That's it.
You got it.
That's it. Otherwise, Mr. Bolin, what happens on the 8th floor at AT&T, I will not be held responsible for.
So you talking about no picture? You need her really.
I need her on the show.
She lives next door.
She lives next door.
I want close-ups on the beard, and she can't shave before she comes on. No. I want her to come on natural, bro. That's the only way you'll get out of this, man.
Vince, this should be easy because she only comes out late at night and normally goes directly to his house. No one really ever sees her. And normally he puts a bag over her head, walks her across the street and into his house.
Yeah. And Mr. Bolin, and Mr. Bolin, if he doesn't deliver the bearded lady next week, I'm telling you right now, I may come to Louisville and personally go with you
to AT&T
on the 8th floor. Then I will strip Spider of his freaking PayPal card, and you and I will go to the Comfy Cow, bro, and freaking eat ice cream till it's coming out our big fat asses, bro.
Well, that might be about all we get because I know what his balance is on his PayPal card, and a couple ice cream cones might be all we get. But at least if I take his last dime, I'll be happy with that. If I know he can't take the bearded lady out and I get to go have Comfy Cow with the bearded man, that'll be cool with me.
Okay, so is that all right? Spider, we got a deal?
All right, deal.
Realm Network VIPs can vote on this too if they want. We can set up
we can have a vote.
Yeah, whether she has a beard or not. We can vote whether she has a beard. You're going to deliver her next week, Spider.
I have an idea. Let's do a poll.
Why don't we have a vote whether or not I go to the 8th floor this week or not? How about that vote?
No, you got to wait to see if he delivers, right?
And you got to give him a chance to deliver the beard.
All right, I'll give him a chance.
That's big numbers. If this woman is everything you say she is, that's huge numbers, Kenny. Huge.
Yeah, she's as a matter of fact, I think they use her statue as gargoyles around some of the old buildings around Louisville.
Okay. All right, Spider, we have a deal.
Okay.
You're gonna deliver her on next week's show.
She's not bearded, but I'll deliver her.
Okay. Yeah, you told me yourself last time you saw a face like hers, it was on an iodine bottle.
Now, Kenny, if he brings the wrong woman, you'll be able to.
Oh, he'll know.
I'll know.
We're not pulling anything over Kenny.
If she doesn't have a beard somewhat similar to Vince's, then I'll know it's the wrong one.
All right, now listen. Let's wrap this up, and then I hate to break the news for everybody. We got to do a Raw review show.
Oh my God!
And we're kicking you off, Spider. You're done until you produce the bearded lady.
He should be done.
Let's go. Let's get a last word from the round table.
It makes me puke every time I look at the Hollywood Squares here and I see that he's occupying one of them.
Charlie Weavers. He got Charlie Weavers. Okay, I'm going to go down the line. I'm going to let everybody get in the last word. Spider,
maybe Paul Lynn would be more
Paul Lynn, yeah. Go ahead, Spider. I'm going to let you get in the last word.
So as Jeff said, my goal was to have them get along. It looks like Kenny Bolin and Vito's getting along, so I think my job is well done. And I will produce the bearded lady. Well, she's not really bearded. So you got me calling her that now.
Okay,
next week.
Okay, Vito, I gotta, bro. We're brothers, man. But I think this backfired on you a little bit, bro. I don't think you had any idea of the kind of character you were getting in bed with, bro.
I just saw him take a drink. Hold up what you're drinking, Spider.
Right here.
Get a camera and say so. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's my Ringside podcast.
I put that down. Don't plug that.
Put that down. Nobody.
Hey, Jeff, put the mosaic through that on for the Realm Network. I don't want anybody to see that. Go ahead, Vito. Vito, I'm sorry, I can't be with you on this one, Vito.
No. I was wondering if he stole any of my name brand Cokes. That's what I was worried about, but I see that didn't happen.
Go ahead, Vito. Well, be slow. Vito, go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you something. You guys can all thank me after the show goes off the air because this is the best podcast that we have produced together, and you can thank me for the numbers. Kenny, it is a pleasure doing business with you. I'm glad you had a good time. You're smiling, you're laughing.
Oh, I'm smiling. This is what, I know what's going to happen in a week. I'm smiling.
This is what podcasting is about, guys. This is what it's all about. two guys have a rivalry. We're able to do good business. We're able to entertain the people, and we're able to have a good time without killing each other. And Kenny, if you do another poll,
yeah,
yeah, all right, make it a good one. Make it so I could see it. Unblock me.
No, okay.
For more than 4 minutes. Go ahead, shoot.
Yeah, Mr. Bolin, I left you to wrap this thing up, Mr. Bolin. You get the last word because
last word on this
you were done wrong, bro. You were done wrong. I vote in your favor, Mr. Bolin.
I appreciate
wrap this thing up, bro.
You're a good, decent, honest man, a Christian man, and I knew that you would see things my way because that was really the only way to see this. He was buried from the opening comments. Daniel, I'm only going to call you Daniel. Because when I'm pissed at you, that's what I call you. So Daniel, you told me on a tweet, because you didn't have the guts to call me, I will see you tomorrow right here, knocking on that door off to my left, off to the right side of that window on camera. You will have my money. You will have a meal of your choice. Let's make sure you pick a damn good one. And I will have your hoodie here for you. And your Jim Cornette Spike can for $19.95, an additional $19.95. If you're not here, you've got 1 week to come up with the money. And I promise you, me or the Prince will come down to the 8th floor at AT&T building right here on Main Street in Louisville, Kentucky. And if you're stupid enough to still be there working, I only pity your ass, because I'll put 6 feet of concrete off to the side of the building with a big hole in it, and we'll pave it over, and people will drive over you for the rest of your stinking life if you don't pay me my $500. And that's the last thing I'm going to say to you till you pay me.
Spider, I think that's a death threat, to be honest with you.
No, I'm going to put him in alive. If he can't breathe under asphalt, that's his fault. I ain't going to kill him.
Go ahead. Look, now listen, hold on. Now, Kenny, I said you got the last word.
Mm-hmm.
He's leaning towards the microphone like he has something to say, Kenny. Spider, I'm telling you, I'm daring you to think twice before you say what you want to say, bro, because you're leaning to the mic. Go ahead, Spider. You're on your own. You're on your own, bro.
I was just going to agree with you that yeah, it sounded like one, but I will deliver. I will deliver.
Oh, maybe you're going to take out an EPO on me, little Daniel. Really? Is that what you want to do? Why don't you take out an EPO?
Well, it is on tape. It is on tape.
It is on tape. I can't deny it. No, I can't deny it. I won't do like some people do.
Now, Mr. Bolin,
take out your little EPO, son.
Is there
I won't be selling mine on the internet for $10 a piece. I promise you that.
Mr. Bolin, is there any way, if he comes knocking on the door tomorrow, can we get this recorded, bro, for you? You know what kind of numbers this will do, bro?
I could probably have the Prince and or Maya come down with their fancy cell phones and record this.
Please, we have to see this, bro. I want to see
I think that's fair.
Bro.
I
want to see him begging, crying, the tail between his legs. I want to see it all, Mr. Bolin.
I think that's fair. I think that's the only fair way to do this. The people need to see that he made good, that he made restitution on his criminal act, because that's thievery. He is real close. What is it? Grand larceny?
Grand larceny,
over $1,000. He's just lucky it ain't over $1,000. That's the only thing saving his ass right now, or I'd have the authorities involved. But the Bolins like to handle our own shit, which is what we're going to do. Daniel, you bit the wrong dog this time. You bit the pit bulls, and you're a little poodle. You're going to pay, and you're going to pay tomorrow.
Okay, there it is. The last word, Mr. Bolin. We'll pick it up from here, Jeff.
I said good day, Daniel.
You said good day, Daniel. Daniel?
Good day.
Good day. Okay. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Okay, now, Jeff, we're going to leave this here, right? And we still got to do a review of the show, which it'll take about 10 minutes, the review of the show.
It should.
But yes, that will be our Friday show on Podcast One. We'll review Raw and SmackDown. And we'll also have that video up on YouTube for everybody.
Okay, very nice. All right, Daniel, you can go now. Daniel, next week.
I got it. I'll deliver.
Okay. All right.
Later, Daniel.
Later, Daniel.
Bye, Daniel.
Wow, Vito, you set him up for the Wolves, bro. Very nice, Vito. Very nice.
Well, you got to give credit where credit's due. I ran this show tonight. I know Kenny is smiling. He is happy.
And I got to tell you something, Kenny. I didn't get to say this, but your hair looks magnificent tonight, Mr. Bolin.
We didn't even get that in, did we?
All right, everybody, there you have it, bro. Listen, this was a ratings bonanza. This is what it was all about. Wait till the beard. I'm predicting right now, if that skunk of a man delivers the bearded woman on this show, I think we might have the highest ratings of all time. And I listen, I'm going to tell you right now, forget about insulting her, not insulting her, what's socially acceptable, what's not. If the lady has a beard, I'm going to call her out for having a beard. I don't care if it's politically incorrect. I don't care if that's some type of facial hair harassment. If she's got a beard, I'm going to tell the chick, you got a beard, honey. Do something with that freaking beard.
We're not saying it's good or bad. I mean, we're criticizing him for choosing a bearded lady, not her for having one.
Yeah, but bro, depending how it looks. I mean, if she's full-blown Fu Manchu, bro, I'm just gonna tell her to slap some nair on that thing, Kenny.
Nair.
You know, come on. All right. But everybody, that's the show. Listen, Noel, you got fantastic cleavage. Vito, please forgive me. This complexion of Noel. Noel, you got the complexion of like a 15-year-old. Look at you.
Now, careful there. There's people down in Alabama getting in trouble over 15-year-olds.
Now, Noel, are you wearing makeup right now?
A little bit.
Yeah, but the other day you came on with no makeup, and I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I just woke up. That's what I look like when I wake up in the morning.
So beautiful, and and Vito, I want to thank you because Noel's always the cherry on the top at the end of the show. I want to thank you very much, bro.
No problem. We've been friends 26 years. You can admire cleavage.
I love a cleavage. Tell them about the Realm Network for less than a freaking $1 a week.
Everything comes out a day earlier. Lions, Tigers, Bears, and Disco, you actually get 3 days earlier. You get it on video. You can download them. You can keep them. You have up to 30 days to do that. All shows are up for approximately 30 days. They're yours to keep if you hit that download button. Also, tomorrow, Vince, today, if you're listening on Podcast One, they're getting Castrating the Marks, the newest episode. The show continues. You get it weekly exclusively on the Realm Network. We're still castrating those marks, the Meltzers, the Kellers, the Satins, getting destroyed weekly. It's getting even more ridiculous with the things we're saying. Less than $1 a week, you get all this. There's no long-term commitments. It's $3.95 a month total. You can opt out at any time. Give us a shot, russosbrand.com.
All right, everybody, that is it. I want to thank Jeff Lane. I want to thank Spider Rico, believe it or not. I want to thank the great Kenny Bolin, the great Vito, and the beautiful Noel. And we will be back here tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel.